Welcome, friends. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Britta Demler, and tonight we're talking about outdoor living. So whether you're planning for a camping trip, filling a beach bag, or just heading outside to enjoy your yard, Young Living has so many options to ensure you're ready for anything your summer adventure throws at you. And if you live in the Midwest or really anywhere, I think in the world today, the weather is crazy, right? We don't know what's coming one day to the next. So I love to have options and I love to be prepared. And I just want to encourage you that even if you're like, well, I don't really go outside much, right? Because that's me. When I do go outside, make sure that you take this stuff with you. So that means you have it on hand, you've ordered it, it's at your house, and that it's at a place where it's convenient to grab it because, like I haven't used sunscreen in years, but I know if I'm going to be, I don't know, if I went to a beach and I was going to be outside all day long, I might want to put sunscreen on, right? I went to a dinner last week, I think it was, and I didn't even think about that they would have us sitting outside because it was one of those hot Midwestern days. And we sat outside in their yard, we sat in the shade, which is great. But you know what else is in the shade? And in the yard, a whole lot of bugs. And I came home with so many bug bites. And so even though I use oils, I didn't take my insect repellent wipes, right? But guess what's in my purse now, or what will be after this class tonight? It's just one packet. That's all I need. So just make sure that you take things with you and that you keep them available. Same with oils or whatever. So let's start with bugs. Okay. We want to enjoy the outdoors. We want to enjoy, I love to just sit outside outside my house on the porch in the morning and get a little bit of sunlight. The more I've actually a group of friends have been discussing, I think that there's a book maybe called the 5 a.m. Club, and there's a lot of research going on evidently about our circadian rhythms, right? So if we get up 15 minutes before the sunrise and we sit outside and watch the sun rise and then stay out there for 15 minutes after, so you're outside for half an hour, and then the same at night, you watch the sunset for 15 minutes before and then stay out there for 15 minutes after. There's research on how it's resetting your brain, and it's making helping people go to sleep better and sleep faster. They sleep better, they wake up more rested, even with the shorter time periods, because in the summer, right, it sets later than it does obviously in December. So if you're going to do that, you want to be prepared. I don't want to go out at dusk where the bugs are really out and get bit either. So a lot of people will go to, especially our friends and families that maybe aren't into natural products, will go to the bug spray, right? And they'll go to the store and they'll buy the bug spray. And actually, I remember when they pulled DEET out of the bug spray. Remember that? I don't know, maybe 15, 20 years ago. And I remember thinking, oh, why would they take that out? Like, I want the stuff, I want the real stuff, the good stuff with DEET, because I didn't understand what DEET actually does to the body, right? And you might think, well, I'll just spray it on the skin. I keep my mouth shut. I have them cover their nose, and then we're just spraying it on the skin. Well, if we know anything about how our body works, everything on the skin is absorbed in. So DEET is one of the as a registered pesticide that absolutely can be absorbed through the skin and pass into the blood. And so I just want you to think about that. You spray it, even if I just sprayed it here on my arm, it can get everywhere in my body because it's getting into my bloodstream. So Young Living's option to that, and this one I just got, so I haven't even unwrapped it yet, is we have an insect repellent. Okay, this is truly, it's convenient, it's a gentle formula, and it combines oils known for repelling bugs like citronella and lemongrass. Now, if you notice here, this new version has this handy dandy little pumper, okay, and it's still in the plastic wrap. So, because I have another one, must be downstairs. That just was a flip top, and so you put some in your hands and you just rub it around over your body. It does not take much, which is amazing to me, because I remember coating myself and my kids, especially like going out for the 4th of July fireworks, which we just had. I love this when we go out because I don't have to come home and give my kids a bath or feel like I need to wash off before I can go to bed, because this is a natural, good, clean product. So it rubs into your skin easily, does not leave you feeling sticky or greasy. If you do, that means you're using too much. So cut down on what you use, and literally start with the pump in your hands. And I would do this, and I would just see how far it gets, because you're going to be amazed at how it covers you. Now, the other thing I love about Young Living is, and I think they were so smart, is they came out with these insect repellent wipes. And so these are the single serve packages, right? So you open it up, and it literally is a cloth. It's probably about, it's small. It's about maybe about this big when you unwrap it. And again, it can go all over, and I could even put it on my face or my neck. You know, I could probably, there probably is enough, because we don't use a lot of it, that like Kirk and I could both use it. Right. And we're bigger people. I mean, we're tall. There's a lot of body space, the body mass to cover, but one of these probably would go for both, you know, to cover both of us. And certainly it would work for you and your kids. Okay. The other nice thing is that it's not going to, it shouldn't irritate, you know, your skin or your eyes. I mean, obviously anything could, and it does have essential oils in it. The bugs, this actually has, let me tell you what, it doesn't say on there what essential oils are in this. I think it's just the, isn't it just the lemongrass? Where it is. No, it's more than that. It has citronella, lemongrass, rosemary, geranium, spearmint, thyme, and clove essential oils. And then they add vitamin E and sesame oil. So it's truly natural. There's nothing toxic in it at all. Okay. Yeah, so Alice shared that her nephew had testicular cancer, and the doctor said DEET is one of the biggest reasons for it. You guys, that is really scary, because, you know, and there are so many chemicals that we just slather on without thinking about it. And the more educated we are, truly, the better we're going to be, you know, and just being smart. So anyway, bugs don't like these wipes. They don't like our spray either. I've also poured some of this into a spray bottle and sprayed it on us, you know, like oh, I got it on Amazon. The other option, a great option, is to get like a big roller bottle. And I love these. I don't know, here's the roller cap, and it's kind of fun, you know, and you just set this on top of there, and you can roll it on, or wherever you need it to be. So this, you know, and kids would enjoy using this too. It's cool looking, right? So it's a giant roller bottle. I don't know if you can tell that. I can't remember how big they are, but those are cool. Okay. Other things you could do when you're outside is bring your diffuser with you. So there are travel diffusers that you can get. There are battery packs. I have one here. This is from Kinito, Kinito, and this is really fun. You actually, it literally will plug in to the diffuser and it works on most of our diffusers. You just hook this in where, you know, as long as the end will fit into it. And you can take your diffuser out with you. Now, I wouldn't take my Aria out, because, you know, my dogs would be out there and the kids would be out there and things might be flying or whatever. But I would certainly take, you know, the Desert Mist or the Dewdrop or even my Ember, or, you know, a travel one or whatever, and take it out. And these are battery packed. They go for 4 to 6 hours. So that's a great option. Now, Young Living doesn't sell it, unfortunately, but this would be a great option to use with your Young Living diffuser. Sarah just posted today in the hub that to make your own, I think she's called it a travel diffuser, maybe. And with what was in it? It wasn't Epsom salts, was it? Let me see if I can find it really quick, because I thought, well, how genius is this?
Rice, uncooked rice.
Thank you, Alice. Yeah, uncooked rice, like a half a cup of uncooked rice. You put it in a glass jar, and I think it was 20 to 25 drops of your oil of choice, right? And so again, you could take it with you, and you might think, well, is that really going to work for the bugs? They don't like it. And so think about, you know, maybe you put in something like peppermint oil, you know, that's going to really be strong. I would, you know, you certainly could use citronella. A couple other really great options that you may not think about is Kunzea. So, and I love this. It's from Australia, and it's sometimes called the white cloud, but it's also, they know it over there as tick bush. So TICK, right? And what do we have here that might be not so fond of a tick bush? That would be a repellent, right? So this is something that's definitely a great option, but it's also been used for relief from irritated skin, muscle tightness, and discomfort. Okay, that's Kunzea. So it actually has constituents similar to tea tree oil. So the aroma and effect on skin is mild, similar to tea tree, which is a great option. Okay. And when we made those oil infused candles at my house a couple weeks ago, I gave them the option of choosing between citronella and Kunzea to put into their candle as a scent for that. And so, you know, again, these are both really great options to help keep the bugs away. Another one that you may not think of, and I certainly didn't until I read this book, is blue cypress. And so blue cypress actually was used in ancient times for incense, perfume, and embalming. So it would have been a something to save, right? Because if they were embalming, and it would be in the coffins and whatnot too, it would help preserve things. And you know, it's kind of like cedarwood. Cedarwood, we have it to keep moths out of our things, right? Because the life or the scent is in the wood, but it helps to repel and to save. And that's kind of like what blue cypress does too. And it's amazing in smell. So blue cypress, it's good for the skin as well. It would so again, if you have bug bites, you could put it on afterwards, and it could be very soothing for that. And then the other one that it was kind of surprising to me as well, that I just don't think about as, but for I guess to repel things, is Palo Santo. And this actually, it's similar to frankincense. It actually comes from, it's a Ecuadorian frankincense, right? So it's a very spiritual oil. But it was used by the Incas to purify and cleanse the air of negative energy, and it was used for good luck. It is used in South America to repel mosquitoes, to help support the skin and to make you more comfortable. Okay, so and you need to read your own reference guide to really see what else it does. But this is a great oil, again, for protection of your skin, right, when we're out and about. Purification, of course, is a great one, as is peppermint. So don't forget your peppermint. Okay. And peppermint, really, this is probably one we should take with us for lots of reasons. And I'll cover a couple other ones in the summer, but this is a great one for bugs, just to help repel. Obviously it's also going to keep you cooler. So it's very cooling on the skin, and yeah, it'll help with that. So the other thing, when we're outside, we deal with bugs and we deal with the sun, most of us, right? Unless you're out watching fireworks. So Young Living has we have only just one now, a reef safe, non-toxic option for sunscreen. So mineral sunscreen, maybe, does it still come in SPF 10? Maybe it still does, no? Okay, so it just comes in SPF 50. It's non-greasy sunscreen. The formula offers broad spectrum protection using naturally derived plant and mineral-based ingredients, including non-nano zinc oxide, which is a physical UV blocker. So that means bad stuff doesn't get into our skin. It helps to kind of seal that. The lightweight formula goes on smooth and stays water and sweat resistant for 80 minutes. So you can feel comfortable while you stay moving. That would be, even if you're moving and sweating, it will stay on there, right? It has hypoallergenic ingredients and skin-loving essential oils such as helichrysum, carrot seed, and sacred frankincense. So this rubs on smoothly without a white residue. And again, you just need a little bit of it. It has zinc oxide in it. That's the biggest sun repellent, I guess. But it's also, I want to highlight again, it's reef safe. Okay. So what that means is that because most sunscreens, over-the-counter sunscreens, have a lot of toxic chemicals in them. Well, people believe that that's what's, the sunscreen that my mom used or my grandma used is what I'm going to use, right? Unfortunately, things often don't improve over time. They just get worse, right? Because they start putting in more bad stuff sometimes. And so what happens is that we slather ourselves and our kids in sunscreen, they go into the ocean, and all of that comes off in the ocean, and those chemicals are getting into the fish and the plant life and the ocean life and killing it. Right. And so a lot of beaches now have said sunscreen's not allowed, or reef safe sunscreen only, and Young Living. I believe it actually even says that on here. I thought it said it. Maybe the new ones do. This is kind of old. So this is a great option for that, but it is reef safe. One of the things that I love for sunscreen, again, I rarely use sunscreen, in part because I'm not out a lot, but also because I drink Ningxia Red every day. I have found that Ningxia Red is like a sunscreen in my body, because it's giving my body the natural protection, and my skin the natural protection that it needs. And so I have found that I often I don't burn when I'm outside normally. And I mean, if I'm out for a really long time, or, if I'm in the pool for 3 or 4 hours, then yes, I will get a sunburn. But if I'm just out doing yard work or other things, then what I've found, and this was actually in Ecuador, another girl told me this, that Ningxia Red and nitro together, and she just added them to a water bottle. And that was for sunscreen. And she literally was on the beach all day long and did not get burned. That's why it came up. So I'm not saying that you should do that, but I am saying that you could try it, if you're going to be out for a shorter period of time, until you figure out how your body responds to it. But Ningxia, hopefully, all the good benefits of Ningxia Red. But this really truly is a powerhouse for so many reasons. So I love Ningxia as for, oh gosh, just my boost of energy, but also for nutrition, and with the added benefit of kind of a natural sunscreen. So then once we've been maybe outside too long, you've gotten a sunburn, Young Living has this amazing after sun spray. This was free a couple months ago. I don't know if you got this, but hopefully you did. Now this is kind of a cool thing because, well, let me tell you about it. This, you can spritz it on the pink spots. It's good for pain and itching of minor burns, minor cuts, sunburns, scrapes, insect bites, and minor skin irritations. So it's great to just keep it in your bag. Now the cool thing I think of this one is that it actually will come out kind of in a cream, but you want to kind of pop it a couple of times on your hand, okay? Because it mixes that up a little bit. And then when you spray it, this is brand new, so hopefully it'll spray. When you spray it, it comes out kind of it comes out kind of a liquidy. It's not going to spray. And then it becomes more of a cream, but it dries on, or, absorbs really nicely. I mean, just like that, you can't even see it, right? So this would also be great for if you just, like I have a scrape right here on my finger, and it's very soothing to that as well. So the other thing, another option that Young Living has is a Lavaderm cooling spray, which is awesome. It's mainly aloe vera juice, I think, probably, and lavender. And then if you need something a little bit more for skin protection or for skin healing, Clariderm spray is fantastic. My daughter was in a bike accident this May 30th, and literally scraped up, well, everything on the left side of her body was scraped down to her finger. She broke her finger too, but she had such a huge road rash. And it was amazing. Lavaderm, she didn't love that. That was the first spray Patsy, is Lavaderm. And then Clariderm, Lavaderm, she said, stung a little bit, which surprised me. So I think it has a couple other things in it, but Clariderm was really, really gentle. And so it's more expensive, but she just kept spraying it on all of the road rash. And you guys, that road rash was pretty much cleaned up within a week, which was amazing because it was bad. It was deep. So Clariderm, Gary actually created for Mary when she was having babies, and to help her private areas. So it's very gentle, it's very soothing, it's very protective for after babies. So imagine what it would do on other parts of your skin. And then of course, other options would be like the lavender lotion, which is one of my very favorite lotions. It's so soothing. I also was thinking about like the Seedlings baby lotion might be a good option. If you have, like summer, you've been sweating too much, and so chafing, if you have chafing maybe from riding a bike or you're just sweaty, think about Tender Tush ointment and even the diaper rash cream, right? And those are great options for grown-ups as well as for kiddos. So please keep those in mind. I don't have babies here, but we have those products in part because I share, but also because when people are chafing or just sweating, from those super hot days, those are other great options just to help soothe that down. And then of course we have the coconut lime body butter, and which I don't know where mine is right now, but it's a very thick, much thicker butter, and it melts right into your hands as well and really is soothing and gentle. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about for the outdoors and outdoor living is the Thieves fruit and veggie spray. Okay, this is different than the wash a little bit, but literally you take your fruit, and this could also work if you're, like people dump things on the floor or whatever, or the kid gets, well, probably before they bite into the apple is when I would use it, but you could spray it on the apple too. But just to spray this on and to wipe off the dirt and the grime and the possible chemicals and whatnot. So this is a great option. And then the hand sanitizer, Thieves hand sanitizer, which I don't have with me either, would be another one, a great option to keep, or the spray, the Thieves spray, because again, you can spray your hands. You can also, I've used hand sanitizer on bug bites before. We've used it on, we've used the spray for, neck issues, throat issues, that kind of a thing. So it's very versatile. Kelby actually, one time after the dentist, her mouth was hurting and she wanted the Thieves hand sanitizer. I was like, are you sure? And she said, yes. And so she put a little bit and she rubbed it on her gums and it helped. So, I didn't stress about it because there's nothing in it that's going to be harmful to her. Right. And she was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9, 10, old enough that she knew what to request. Very off-label use, right? Because I would never use it that way, but I didn't have to worry about it not being safe either. And then the other thing I want to just talk about quick is the lip balms. And this isn't the one I wanted, but the lavender lip balm, you guys, even if you don't like lavender, get a lavender lip balm and carry it with you in your purse or in your outdoor bag. Because it's good for lips, obviously. It's good for anything skin. So think about if you fell down and got an abrasion or, something mild, you can seal it off. It will help with bug bites. It can help with, just any dry areas. It's a great option for so many things. So I would get that. The other, this is a little sample of Animal Sense ointment, which I love too. And we carry this again for similar things. I've used this for my lips. You can put it in your hair if you need to spike it up a little bit more like me. Or you can use it on abrasions, and it's a great salve to kind of help seal things up. Again, it's really cooling, and this isn't so cooling, but it will help seal things. Oh, and the other thing for sunburns, peppermint. Okay, which I would never have thought of peppermint. I would probably actually put it like in a little spray bottle, like something like this. But you could also put a drop on and just kind of put it, like let's say my shoulder was sunburned, I could put a drop on and it will definitely cool that area down. So this is another great option and reason why you should carry peppermint with you. Okay, trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to share. We talked about Ningxia Red and Ningxia Nitro. Seedlings baby wipes. This would be another option for burns. It would be good for cleaning things, obviously. You could put it on your hands, clean your hands within a pinch if you needed to, or clean tables or whatever. So that would be another great option. And then, think about your favorite roller bottles, because I love to take roller bottles with me when I'm outside, because they're just more convenient than, sometimes than dropping oils. Less mess, I guess I would say. And so think about, like deep relief for those aches and pains. Maybe you're going for a walk and you haven't walked for a while, or, for you walk and you step on a stick wrong and twist your ankle or whatever. Peace and calming to chill out the little people. Tranquil if maybe you need to, help kids or yourself relax and go to sleep, that kind of a thing. So think about your favorite roller bottles as well and take them with you. All right. So if you guys have any other options or other suggestions, let us know. Alice did say that sunscreen works for chafing too. So that is good. I love that our stuff has so many great, it's not just a one, like I buy it for this and this is the only thing I use it for, right? I might buy it for this, but I use it for all these other things for, whatever the product is. So again, it doesn't help though, if you don't have it at your house, or that you don't have it with you in your bag. So make sure that you're carrying these with you. If you're brand new to Young Living, or brand new to this lifestyle, and you're like, this is a little crazy, but I'm a little amazed at, what she said about the whole DEET thing, and I don't want that anymore, then get with whoever shared this video with you or invited you to this tonight, and just let us know. I have questions. I don't understand this. I want to get something, whatever it is. We would be honored to help you get started on your own journey to natural living is really what it is. We use Young Living essential oils because honestly, they're the best and they've been around the longest, and they truly have set the standard for every other company out there. And what's coming out at convention next week is it's moving us to the next level. And it's so incredibly exciting, the innovation that's coming, because we have people that truly care about our customers, and they want to honor our customers and help us be healthy, along with honoring the earth and keeping the earth healthy as well, right? So that's with not putting chemicals into the earth, but also with the growing practices and whatnot. So when you join Young Living with us, you get us too. We are your education, we're your resources. We are your support team, and we're hopefully your encouragers as well. So we would love to partner with you and help you just really get started successfully on this lifestyle. So get with whoever shared this with you, let them know your questions and that you're ready to get started. And we can't wait to welcome you into our team. Thanks for joining me.